Hey Facebook gamers, this is Bullet Butter bringing you a Facebook game review. I'd also like to make a special announcement that this is the very first video that is going to be on our Facebook Gamer channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Age of Champions. Um, you can actually play this on Facebook, or you can go to, I guess, the parent site and play it on their official website, I guess. But either way, you either play it on Facebook or you can go to their website and do it connect to Facebook. Either way, but okay, we're gonna go ahead and get this started. Let's close some of these tabs up here. Okay, a little bit about Age of Champions is, I guess you could say that it is an RPG of sorts, I guess. For those of you who remember back in the MySpace days when MySpace was real big, when they first started coming out with all of their apps or their games, so to speak, it was basically just a whole bunch of graphics with text, and you just click to do this quest, click to do that quest. You level up your character and gain more items, gold, whatever not, to progress the storyline. Recruited more friends to make your guy more powerful, so on and so forth. This kind of follows the same line as that, but it adds quite a few special, unique twists to it that makes it really stand out, and we'll go into that in more detail a little bit later. But for now, I'm just going to give you a general overview of what the game's like and how it plays and whatnot, so you can make a better decision on whether or not it's worth your time. Okay. So right now we're taking a look at the avatar. When you first create your account and you start playing the game, you can actually select up to 3 different races. You can play as a Minotaur, the Elf, or the Human. They don't have any special bearing on your character, so to speak, but so it's basically just preference. But yeah, as you go through the game, you can get new equipment, try it on, take it off, equip it, and you can actually do a little bit of customization as far as the colors go. And it's really not very in depth, but it does allow you several different slots where you can actually change to get your avatar to look several different ways. Why you would want to do that, wouldn't be entirely too sure. But yeah, we'll just go back to our original view. As you can see, these items that my avatar is currently wearing, you could buy them from the store. They offer different bonuses. They make you more life, more damage, more protection, give you more power. Take a quick look at the store here. And the store isn't mainly for purchasing items with real cash, because they have a real currency here that you actually have to spend real money on. The crystals, what they call them, blue crystals. But some of the basic items you can actually purchase with gold that you accumulate through doing quests and progressing your character. But you really wouldn't want to be spending any real cash on these items unless it was their special items that they occasionally advertise, because a lot of the items that you're going to get and want to use actually come from raid bosses. We'll get into those a little bit later as well. But okay, so now you have a basic understanding of your avatar. As you go through the game, do some quests, kill bosses, you can pick up equipment and equip your character further, and you can come into this section and see what kind of effect it has. As you can see, when I mouse over it, it changes the attributes of my character, my level 71 Minotaur. Different items have different aspects to them that you can just kind of pick at your leisure, and of course you'd always want the most powerful one. But right now, let's go into the quests. And this is what I was talking about when I was mentioning, back in the day of the old MySpace games, is the quests really kind of follow that pretty much to a T, except for a few special events, I guess you could say, such as boss battles and other random events. But here's the basic quest right here. It's got the title, a little description, but you know, it's not important to read that stuff. The only thing that matters is the stuff here on the bottom, how much energy it requires and the reward you get. Quick tip is you always want to be doing quests that give you gold, not necessarily the quest that you have progressed on the most, I guess you would say. Like the farthest I've gotten is the Skyreach chapter, chapter 3, and I'm on this one right here. Um, and I'll actually be starting this pretty soon as I get the required items to do this quest. But let's take a look at a previous chapter. And as you can see, a lot of these quests, they don't offer anything in the way of gold or items for quest rewards, so I kind of avoid those and only do those to progress the storyline. But yeah, there's nothing too amazing about the way the quest system works. It's basically just, you know, a point and click this button, click this, and you can see what happens here. You scroll up and it tells you, you know, what you've gained, how the quest went, and ask you if you wanted to do it again. And of course you can do it again as many times until you run out of energy. If you run out of energy, you can use your consumable items to refresh your energy bar up here, or of course you can spend real cash to buy blue crystals to get energy refills, but not a lot of people are going to be doing that. The game also offers PvP, one-on-one battles. Nothing too crazy about it. Again, it's just a list of other players. Shows you a picture of their avatar and how many units they have in their soldiers, and how many allies they have, their win-loss record. A good tip here is just always stick to the weaker guys here. But one of the most unique things to Age of Champions here is an optional, I guess you could say, a graphical display of the battles. And this happens in quests, a few quests, in special events too, but anytime you do battle with a person, you can do these little battle animations to I guess kind of make it a little bit more interesting. But I'm gonna do a quick one right here just to show you what it's like, what it looks like. So let's see if I can actually take on this guy. And you scroll up here, and this is what happens when you battle someone. And I'll just turn and it gives you results here. You also have the ability to, when you're in your battles, to disable them altogether if that really doesn't interest you. And when you click to fight somebody, it will just skip the battle animations that you just saw here. So I'll show you. Just go ahead and click invade, and boom. It tells you what your victory is, what you've gained from doing it. And compares the stats of the two avatars, yours and your opponent's. But yeah, the basics of this game, how it's played is, you know, you go through the initial process of setting up your character, buying initial items, equipping your avatar with the basic gear that you start with. And then you want to actually start doing things such as building your army. You can, you know, you have a selection of different races here, and also special units, advisors, which you can only take a few with you, titans and mercenaries. Those are really powerful and unique units that you can actually take into those little battle scenes, the battle animations that you just saw, and they do actually appear in those battle animations, and it really does help contribute to whether or not you're going to win the battle or not. But the way they're summoned is really going to require you to have a lot of friends. Basically what you'll do is you want to click this ask for help, and it'll make a little post on your Facebook page, and it'll ask you help, what they call cranking your Titan. And all they have to do is, if one of your friends plays Age of Champions, all they have to do is click on that link and it is cranked. And once it gets the required amount, you see this one is 4 or 5. Once I've got 5 people to click on that link, it'll actually activate this Titan, and he will be good to use in battle for a short period of time. And mercenaries are basically just stronger units that you actually have to buy with these blue crystals. Um, and it'll actually give you a countdown timer of how long you've got, and it lists their bonuses and whatnot. Um, the thing to note here is that the outcome of battle depends on not only the strength of your avatar, but also the strength of your army. So you can also buy equipment for your army, which you'll want to always, keep up with the best armor, the best weapons, the best helmets, and runes and talisman, and just keep your army stocked up. But in order to do that, you're also going to have to be buying, I guess you could say, buildings for your account. Let's see if we can go in here. Go into supplies. Where is it? See if I can remember where it's at now. Let's see. Oh. Market player. Champion allies. See if I remember where it's at. Battle. No. Army. Should be in this army tab here. Let's see. Supplies. Purchase more items. Yeah, here we go. It is in supplies. Come over here to your buildings. And once again, this works similar to the way games like Mafia Wars did back in the MySpace days, where you actually have to buy certain buildings that increase either your current food threshold, and it could actually help income per hour. You can buy a farm that will add 50 to your food production, 500 to your food. It just steps up gradually depending on the type of building that you buy. And these businesses will generate you income every hour. The amounts vary depending on the type of building. The military is just basically a way to restrict the type of units in your army you can buy. You need a certain building to unlock a specific type of unit for your military. And technology is just something that helps you unlock more items that you could buy in the shop with either blue crystals or your gold. So you'd always want to, and you only have a set amount of buildings that you can buy. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've only got 15 buildings that I can buy. So you want to sell off your old ones and upgrade them to the newer ones whenever you can. But this game also offers, guilds. Guilds are very helpful for completing raids and helping people just crank out titans to win more battles and whatnot. It's very helpful to join a guild. I highly recommend it no matter what level you are. If you haven't done so yet and you're in the higher levels, go ahead and do it, because you will start progressing so much further. The last thing I want to talk about is the raids. Basically, a raid is kind of like when you summon a boss that is super strong that you just simply can't take on yourself. It does require a lot of players to take on some of these bosses here. But there are requirements, the items that you're going to need to take out these monsters. And just when you summon them, you can go ahead and click engage. It doesn't do any neat battle animations as well as the battle you did, let's say like a one-on-one with somebody, but it does have, a little bit of show. You just go ahead and click attack. It's great. Just some basic animations here, but as you can see, that little bit of damage I did wasn't nearly enough to do enough power to this guy. So this is where, would come in and help take turns attacking this character, because you have to attack him so many times. As you can see, it costs 5 energy to attack him. You lose energy. When you're out of energy, that's it. You can't attack him anymore. But the raid will be open for, I think it's something like a couple of hours. So you do have a limited amount of time to do it. And you do want to farm these bosses because when you kill these bosses, you have a chance at getting certain items that are actually better than the ones you could buy in the store, but there are small drop chances of that happening. So it's kind of like, I guess you could say, Diablo-esque, to where you're constantly farming certain bosses. You know, it's really kind of addicting once you really get into the depth of this game that it can offer. Um, and right now I'm just using some energy rejuvenation potions, which increases the amount of my energy, so I could go back into this raid and see if I can't take down this boss. And these energy potions that you could actually get by gifting, so the more friends you have, the easier it's going to be to play for a longer amount of time. You know, it doesn't require you to have a lot of friends. And the Age of Champions doesn't do too bad of a job of bugging you with wanting you to get your friends to play. Because it's pretty much completely optional. There's no to do it. But if you want to be playing for an extended period of time, highly suggest getting some friends to play this. And if you don't have a lot of Facebook friends who like to play apps, just go ahead and do a search, join a guild, and a lot of guilds are really helpful and knowledgeable, and they'll actually give you information about how to progress in this game. As you can see here, this should be the last. Oh, nope, I have to go back and consume more energy. So let's go back here, and we're going to go ahead and take down that boss so you can kind of get an idea what happens when you kill a boss. So, yes, get it all the way filled up, just in case I misread how much life he has. Okay. Go back to quests, raids, and engage. Do a strong attack. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Group heal. Yeah, that was actually my health, and so that was good. I almost died on that. And his health is actually up here. And I've got a ways to go. There's no way I'm going to be able to take him out. I just wanted to give you a quick peek at what a raid is like, because it is one of those unique features that make it stand out. And again, Age of Champions, it's a pretty deep and immersive game when you get down to it, and when you first take a look at it, if you haven't tried it before, it could be kind of confusing, because there's, like I said, it's got a lot of depth to it, and you could actually check out their forums to get a lot of helpful information that'll make leveling and progressing a lot easier. But anyway, that's my little introductory video for Age of Champions. Maybe at a later date I'll go into an actual review of it, although I don't like to review pretty much anything because they all turn out to be pretty biased, so I'm kind of against reviews, but I'll think of something, work up some kind of a weird rating system, so I can actually put a label on the worth of the game, I guess you could say. But yeah, there it is, basic overview of Age of Champions. So until next time, have a great day.